Hey guys, it's me Jace, and I'm back with another tutorial, and this time it's an interesting one because it's the first time that we will be doing a project on the loom pegs only, just pegs. And this project is something that's been overdue, I have to admit, because to be honest, the first time I got it, I really could not get how to do it. So I was so challenged by it, but knowing me, just like the Lorax that gave me so much problems, I actually really wanted to make sure, no, I have to understand. And I think sometimes the brain works in a certain way that it just doesn't, it only clicks at a certain part and will only agree with you to understand something when it wants to. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Too long an intro. I will go straight to the bracelet, okay? And so the bracelet we are talking about is called the flower heart. Okay, hold on, let me just go check my notes. Yeah, it's called the flower heart, and this bracelet was designed by one of the best Instagrammers we know, a very talented young lady, and she is. This is actually perfect timing because she is, as I filmed this, she is the Rainbow Loom Star of the Week. Okay, and this is her account. AI loves to loom. Okay, really nice account, and the bracelet of the week that is featured is the farewell bracelet, which is dedicated to a friend of hers, and you can see in the notes um, that this is for the cousin whose wife has lost her battle to cancer. So, it's something that she has dedicated to them, and it's the first time I saw this, it really did really get to me. I thought it was a beautiful bracelet. So bravo to you. AI loves to loom, but just so you can see, this is her account, and she is an amazing designer, and I know that you guys are gonna love it. So go check her out. AI loves to loom. Beautiful account, and this is her bracelet. Once again, it's called the flower heart bracelet, and I'm going to teach you this. Okay, so let's get started. For this particular bracelet, we are going to be using the loom, and you just need two bar pins set in a parallel position, and you need that space in between. You can also do this on the monster tail, um, and I'll give you a bit of a preview, but I broke me monster tail. You see, it is broken. Anyway, I'll show it to you later. Okay, so the first thing that you need are the bands that go, these two heart-shaped bands. Okay, the red one, I am using my maroon limited edition. Okay, it's maroon. And then for the purple part, which is the other side of the heart, the other part of the heart, it's actually reversible. So here the red is the one that's more visible, and you can see the yellow stripes in between, then the white that goes like an arc that arches around it. And then here on the other side, this is I think why it's called the flower heart, because the yellow part looks like a little flower, like a little four-leaf clover, and then you have your purple and red there. So for the purple, I'll be using champagne limited edition as well. So I'll be using two limited editions for the heart shapes. And then for that flower part, I'll be using glitter gold. Okay, and then for the white part, I will be using army green. Okay, so shall go ahead, I will guide you through just so you know. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to just set your bar pins this way, and we will just be using um, yeah, 6 pegs. So the 4 pegs on top and the 2 pegs at the bottom. Okay, so the first thing that you'll need to do is to get 2 bands. Those are your whites, the army green for me. So you need 2 bands, and you will just place them here, twist them. There's an infinity sign on the 2 hooks that you have here. 2. Okay, so you just put 2 there, and you will get 2 more. This is just for the start. Okay, but this is actually really the start of your pattern. So oopsie, sorry, to hold it up for you guys to see. So there, so you have your 2 first bands, and all you have to do is just loop the bottom part, because this is actually just the lock. Okay, so there you go. You've got that done. And now the pattern starts. This is where the pattern starts. So you loop, oh, not loop. You have your two bands there, and you will now get the first of your heart colors, which are the reds here, and I will use maroon. Okay, please listen carefully, because for this one you will have to really know that there is only one direction that your band should be pointing, and that is outside from the center, meaning all of your band should be twisted outwards. Okay, so you need to put your band from this peg diagonally to the peg on the left, and you twist your band outwards. That's so hard, camera. Outwards, see? Okay, going out, and then you do the same for the other side, twisting it, going here and twisting it outwards as well. So both bands are twisted outwards, and just push that down a bit. Okay, both bands are outwards, and then now you get the inner heart, which are the purple here. I'll be using champagne. Okay, so we've now done that, and we will be also twisting this outwards that way. Okay, and then another one on this side, again you twist it outwards. Okay, when I say outwards, just to clarify you guys so that you don't get confused, I'm talking about this as the inner part. So when I say outwards, it means going out and then going out. See, so when you twist, you remember, you just point going out the whole time. Okay, so imagine just waves going that way. Best way I can describe it. Okay, so now you've got that, and since you have your four, you will now get one gold glitter, and those gold glitter bands are the ones that are yellow inside. Okay, so that's your fourth color, and you will just put it all the way across the four pegs very easily. Okay, so your loom should look like this, or your bar pins should look like that. Okay, there. And then the first thing that you will do is to just loop the first two in front, those the two bands that you have at the bottom, loop them up just like that. Okay, and then you go to the back and loop all of those, all four bands upwards as well. Just make sure that the gold glitter band does not fly off. Okay, so you do the two corners first. It depends on which one, it doesn't matter. And then you can do the two champagne bands there, and then put it up, hold it down so that the band doesn't fly off there, and then the other one there. So basically everything that you have at the back is looped up, and you only have one band left, and then here you only have the two left because you looped up the double bands. Okay, I hope you get that clear. It's supposed to look like that right now. Okay, the next step is you will bring these these two bands here at the bottom too, and please pay attention again, because the way that you bring back the bands, this particular gold glitter band is so different. There's two ways that we will be doing it. So these two first are going to be brought here normally the way it is. So you get the one on the left first, so you don't change the way the orientation of the band, just put it on top just like that. Okay, just straightforward. And then you do the same for the other side. You don't change the orientation, just put it on top. Okay, now you can push it down a bit. Okay, now here's the tricky part. What you need to do is to pull a bit on your gold glitter band and give it a bit of slack so that you can pull on it some more, because you will notice that the tension here is tighter and then here it's loose, so you need to get a little bit of there from there. So I just stretched it, I didn't loop it yet. Now this one is something that you have to watch carefully, because this is the part that I did not get at all in the beginning. Okay, you will now get the gold band again from front. Then look at what I'm going to do. I will get it, and then I will put it back, but from inside. So the bottom band has to be left behind, and it has to go around the top. Did you see the difference? I will put it back so you can see. Okay, again, what will happen is you pull it up, and then this band at the bottom, you put it at the peg, and then you reverse it from, you have to reverse it, but you put it from the back. Okay, that's the big difference. Same with the other side. You pull it up, and then you bring it back with the bottom band behind, and then you loop it on top again. Okay, I hope you saw that, because that one for me was confusing at first. I will repeat it again later, don't worry. So now you're not supposed to have any other bands on top. They should all be at the bottom. See? Okay, and then now you will get your two greens again, the first step again, because that's already the completed sequence. You go back to step 1, but now step 1 is has another step. All of those bands that's left, you have to put it all up. So you get everything except for the green, and then you loop everything on top. Again, for the other side, same thing. Oops, let me just get it from underneath so that it's easier. There. So you just get all of them, and then bring them all up. And that's your very first flower heart. And you will see it shaping later. See? You'll have an idea. Okay? Just let it slide down there. It'll all organize itself later. So you push your bands down. Okay? Sorry if I'm a bit serious, because I need you to understand this. Okay? So we do the flower again. We will go back. You will add the maroon, and then twisting outwards. Okay, you will twist them outwards from this center going out. You will add the next maroon, and you twist outwards again. Okay, sorry, I'm not, it's not hard to do, it's just that I am having a hard time doing it because I have a camera in front of my face. So sorry, I keep saying that, I know, but it's true. Anyway, so there, and then from the center you will put your next band and twist outwards again, that way. And then here, do the same thing, twist outwards, there. And then now you go, you get, now go, you now you go, you now go, you get, you now go and get your gold band and put it across all four on top. See? And then the next step is you just loop everything from the old set all the way up. So you loop the first two first, same with the other one, and then you loop all of those at the back, all of them. Okay, and then you hold this down so that it doesn't fly off, just like that, just like that. Okay, and now we bring the two bands on these pegs going down here, straight forward without any twisting. Okay, same with this one. Okay, and then now, like I said earlier, there's a tendency for the tension to be tighter on top. So what I like doing is I get a bit of slack by tugging it so that there's a bit of extra band stretch here in front, because I will bring it back. Okay, so now here's the tricky move, which is you get this band and then you bring it to the center, and then let the under part of the band go on the peg and twist it on top. Okay, you get the other side, and then you do the same. You let the under part go there, and go to the peg, go like that. Under part get captured here at the back of the peg, and then bring it over. So now you've got it correctly. See? Okay, so now you get your two army greens again, and then you loop everything over. So you just hold this down, and then you loop everything over. Okay, so I'm left-handed, so that's easy for me. For this one, I will have to go through this because I'm left-handed. So there, and then you go over, and you got your second heart. See, see. Later on, it will be nicer when it's already off the loom because it gets stretched some more. But you can see how it looks. See how pretty. The LE bands look good on this one. Looks very nice. There you go. See? So cute. Hehe. Like it. Okay. So, we'll do it one more time. Maybe 4 more times and we'll see. And then we can go and continue. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. I had a very long meeting today. Sorry. Okay. So we go back. We'll put the first band that we will put after doing that last set. When you already have your double bands, is you put a maroon here going out. You repeat it on the other side. Here going out. And then you do the same in the middle, bringing it in the middle and looping outwards. And same for the other side, in the middle, and then loop it outwards. And then you get your last band and put it across all four. Okay, and then now we are going to loop the band under those two dual bands and loop it over, and then go towards the back and loop all those single bands over. Oop, yeah. And then the two middle bands too. Just hold the band down so it doesn't fly off. Again, I keep repeating. There. Okay. And then we will get the two corner bands and bring it to the bottom. Just like that. Two corner bands, bring it to the bottom. Just like that. Okay. Push it down a bit. Stretch the band if you need a bit of band. Bit of band. And then now you get this, bring it to the middle and hook the under part of that band and put it over. Same with the other side. Bring it behind and then bring it over. See? There are different ways to do it, just as long as you know that the under part of it goes at the back and then you loop it over. And then now we're ready to put the dual bands again. And then we're going to loop over everything on top of those two bands. There. And then these four. Also, there we go. Yay! We're so good. Okay. Hopefully that is something that color scheme. Actually, I think that color scheme is quite cute. Okay. So we'll do it one more time, and I hope that somehow you guys are understanding my instructions. Okay. So now, one more from the center, bottom to base, loop, twist outwards. And then, from that bottom, twist outwards. From the center, twist outwards. Another one from the center, twist outwards. And then you get the gold band and put it across all four. There. Then now we loop the bottom double bands over, up and over, up and over. And then you get the last the bands of the other side and loop everything up and over. 3, 4. Okay, and then now we focus on this band. We bring in this band from the other side, bring it down. Same with the other side, bring it down. And then there. And then we are going to bring the front bands from behind, twist it over. Same with the other side, from behind, just twist it over. There we go. See? And then now you get the 2 bands. And loop everything over. Let me just pull it out so we can see it. There you go. Eep. Okay. Sorry, I'm sniffing. Okay. So, I think you pretty much have a very good idea of how it looks now. It's very pretty. I think it's very pretty. These bands are nice on this one. Limited edition. Okay. So there it is. Look at how pretty that is. Okay. So if you make this, you can actually pick nice colors for the outer bands because that's what you want to show. And in the middle you can put something like that. Like the glitter gold. The glitter gold looks good on that. And if you are going to lock it already and you've already achieved the desired length that you have, all you have to do is you just add 2 more bands. Okay. And then just loop the bottom to up and over. Bottom to up and over. Okay. There. And then just bring these up and over to the other side. And then you can clip this. Ta-da! Then you can attach your C-clip here. Okay. So there. Look at how pretty that is. That is your flower heart bracelet. I think it's very pretty, and I think that if you make the right color combinations, this is actually such a standout. I think it's very nice. I like it a lot. Okay, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the flower heart bracelet, and this was created by AI Loves Saloon on Instagram. So when you make the bracelet, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez, flower heart bracelet, and AI Loves Saloon. If ever that you have any comments, please make your comments and say what you want to say at the comment box below, and I'll try to respond as much as fast as I can, because I do respond to all of your requests. So please do let me know, okay? And give this video a like. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye!